Shalom Aleichem, everybody. We're back, bringing you an inspiring and relevant word based upon the Torah portion of the week. This week's parsha is Vayetze, and Yaakov goes out. He leaves the land of Israel. He leaves his father and mother. He learns for 14 years first, and then he goes out to his uncle Lavan, and starting a family. So, before that, he stops off and he sleeps in Mount Moriah, where the Temple Mount is. And he has the famous dream that everybody knows about the ladder. So, there's many commentaries who explain the ladder, but I'm going to explain according to Nativas Shalom. It's unbelievable. So, Yaakov Avinu here, he's 63 years by his father, Yitzchak. He's the holy of holies, the deepest of the deep, the highest of the highs. He's a totally spiritual guy. He's a next world type of person. And he stops by the yeshiva, study house, for another 14 years before he goes into the world. He's on an unbelievable level. You know, the name that we give Yaakov is Kedusha, the character trait of holiness. And this is going to explain it. See, Yaakov Avinu had a huge dilemma. He's totally in the upper worlds. The angels saw him, the likeness of the holy high chariots. This guy's like a Helef Havdalah, to separate, like the spiritual Einstein of the world. You know, he's involved in formulas of E equals MC squared. You gonna now send him out into the world to make toast? What, he can't tie a shoe? What am I gonna do? To start a family? Watch sheep? What? I gotta watch sheep? Right? So, he had a dilemma. The world to him was like a wall. He's coming from some other place. So the answer came to him in the dream. So deep is this. So we know that the ladder, its foot was in the earth, and its top reached to the highest heavens. And it was giving the message to Yaakov and also all of us. So it's saying there's three types of activities that the Torah says. There is something called a mitzvah, positive commandment. Avram Avinu was the main person who brought that into the world in a most dynamic way. Yitzchak Avinu, the negative commandments. Yitzchak, he was the biggest expression of that also, which is called Yirat Hashem, refraining from doing negative. And then there's the activities that are not this or that. They're par, they're separate, they're in the middle. They're called reshus, the mundane activities. So Yaakov Avinu, he's going out into the world and he has this dream of a ladder. And God is telling him, Yaakov, all of those physical activities that you are now about to go in, you can sanctify it. They're in the earth, they're very earthly. But you can reach it, from it you can go into the highest heights, beyond anything. Unbelievable. So, and that is the job of the Jewish people. We don't have to go into the Himalayas and meditate in a mountain, right? To get spirituality. We take the physical and elevate them. Eating, sleeping, going to the bathroom, Gavalt, going to the bathroom. The Vilna Gaon, I've heard one say that when you're letting go of waste, you know, you also have to have in mind you're letting go of all of the negative traits inside of you. Unbelievable, right? So even the physical things you can elevate. And that is what God was telling Yaakov Avinu. That you're going to take all that and you're going to make it holy Torah. Because if you look in the parsha, you know, Yaakov, the whole parsha, he's involved in a family, right? And he's involved in watching sheep. A speckled, spotted? That's not a speckled, that's a spotted one, right? So, but he's involved and he sanctifies all of it to the most holy of holies. We have to do that through our mundane, seemingly mundane, that whole area, that gray area, that parv area, called reshus, right, or permission, we can sanctify it to the most holy of holies and become the most unbelievable spiritual entities through that. So with that, when we go into Shabbos, we should have such an unbelievable holy Shabbos and mamish reach unbelievable elevation. Good Shabbos.